Newly appointed Commissioner to the Guyana Elections Commission, Manoj Narayan, has made it clear that those employees at the entity who were part and parcel of derailing and undermining the March 2nd general and regional elections will be held accountable. Narayan, an attorney at law, replaces the People's Progressive Party's Commissioner Robeson Benn, who resigned to serve as Minister of Home Affairs. In an interview with the media after he was sworn in to serve on the commission, Narayan said the crimes committed during the 5-month-long electoral process cannot be swept under the carpet.
And the very survival of our electoral democracy requires that we solve those problems. I think the first one is that those who have undermined that electoral process must be held responsible. They all took oaths of offices under the Representation of the People's Act, and they blatantly and flagrantly breached that oath which they took. And so first of all, they must be held accountable for their actions. Their actions are not trivial or trifling that we can sweep under the carpet and give a slap on the wrist and say, okay, we forgive you. We can't tell them, well, go forth and rig no more. They must be held accountable.
The new GECOM Commissioner pointed to Article 161A of the Constitution of Guyana, which gives GECOM the authority to institute disciplinary actions against its officers. Without naming the Chief Elections Officer Keith Lowenfield and Returning Officer for District 4 Claremont Mingo, the attorney said they took an oath but blatantly breached that oath during the 2020 elections. He added that such actions must not be repeated.
Under Article 161A of the Constitution, the Commission is empowered to institute disciplinary proceedings against officers of the Elections Commission. We will need to create policies and implement policies at the level of the Commission to insulate the Commission from these occurrences in the future. And of course, thirdly, we need to also rebuild the public confidence in GECOM, not only locally but internationally, because that has suffered a great dent after what transpired from the 2nd of March until the 2nd of August.
Both Lowenfield and Mingo are before the court on private criminal charges filed against them in relation to perpetuating fraud at the elections. The results of the March 2nd elections were derailed from March 5th when Mingo used figures which were inflated in favor of the APNU-AFC coalition to give them a victory. The process was marred by several litigations and other actions in an attempt to swear in former President David Granger for his second term. The newly appointed GECOM Commissioner pointed out that the events following the heavily disputed March 2nd polls has damaged the reputation of GECOM and must not be repeated. Also present at the swearing-in ceremony at State House was Chairperson of GECOM, Justice Retired Claudette Singh, and the President took the opportunity to laud the former judge for her leadership at the helm of the electoral body.
Indeed, Madam Chair, you have led by example. You have acted selflessly, and Guyana, I hope at some point, would reflect and in the right manner celebrate and honor the work you have done in the last 5 months.
President Ali expressed hope that Narayan will help the Commission to advance GECOM's work. Bibi Katun, Newsroom.